This is the reading associated with last 22 from 2000 to 2022, the card Rainbow, and the message is feel at peace. And how can you reach that peace, especially in these times, the inner peace? And one option will be to work with the chakras to align your energetical body, maybe do some meditation. This is definitely a position of meditating, and allow the energy from the earth to unite with the energy from above, and maybe also do some detox. There is a suggestion here, a plant. Let me look for the name to be sure I'm using properly. Triniticum aestivum, but I think it's more important to know that this is a wheatgrass, that it's often used as a health tonic to repair, rejuvenate, and cleanse the physical body. So suggestions to clean the physical and energetical body, and that's maybe a way to find some inner peace. That suggestion that comes with this card. And if we look at the Magician card, what I see here is that it's also a time to let the bird free, let your magic free, and show the world the real you, what you are inside, also to present to the world on the outside. And talking about peace, today I did a origami class, and in that class we learn how to do a crane. The crane, it happens to be, or it's not happens to be, but just because we talk about feeling peace, it's the symbol of peace. So the one organizing the course, Enrico, suggested that why not make together as a group thousands of 1,000 cranes. And that's because there is an old tradition in Japan, and if one is going to fold 1,000 crane, one wish can fulfill a wish. And of course our wish was for peace, and we call this Sembazuru, for peace. I decided to make 8, just for the all direction, the north, the northeast, the east, the south, the west, all 4 direction on the wind, so we can send our wishes to the world. Of course, the wish for peace. And I also did cherry blossom, just to bring a little bit of joy, and in the same spirit of trying to bring some joy, some positivity in the world, I use for this reading the Happy Tarot, which is really a very sweet design. So we start with the East and with the element of air, and the card is the 8 of Swords. It looks like somebody who's just under the light of the moon has to collect these swords. The reasons can be different, but in general in tarot this is somebody who's maybe doing things in the dark because he doesn't dare to do it in the daylight. But it's the card is associated with Aquarius, in the moon in Aquarius, the third decan of Aquarius, and knowing the Aquarius, that also is the planet, that the Aquarius sign is ruled by Uranus, so somebody with fighting for a cause, the rebellion, the revolutionary. It can also be somebody who's just helping others, or maybe even trying to spy the enemy, and or even a commander that maybe it's is trying to trick his troops and find out how vigilant they are. So it can have different interpretation. What is the reason that this person in the middle of the night needs to collect these swords? Of course, if we look at the tarot before, we see that he's the one in charge to organize all the swords to be in place. So that will be a reason that he dares to go out of the camp and collect them in the night. But if we look at the tarot after, it seems like he is very happy that he managed to take the swords from the camp. But now this is the way that in this way he is just stepping in, he's trapped. So all kind of interpretation, but most of all, because swords is an air sign and it's associated with our thoughts, I think it's also a symbol of how difficult it is to establish a new reality. How, like we are now with so many things happen in the world, so much shadow. What to believe? What is the reality? Who can we trust? This is maybe the main question. And of course, it's up to us who we believe and what we trust and what we make from a story like this. But in the end, it's a difficult process, and we don't know everything that happens under the moonlight. So I think this is the meaning of this card. We need a lot of trust, maybe sometimes not to believe what is obvious and not to accuse this person of being a thief, and trying to find out the reasons that brought him to take the swords, to do this outside the camp under the moonlight. Then we go to the south and we have the element of fire, and it's a very lovely card. It's actually the Fourth of Wands, and this is always a joyful card. But we can also see here the music. It's associated with Venus in Aries. So normally Venus is far away from home in the sign of Aries, and Aries is very far a fire sign, and Venus try to to make it more warm and joyful. So it's a good combination. And if we think that Venus is associated with the Empress and Aries with the Emperor, these two young children here, they could be like learning how to work together, how to collaborate to make this nice suggestion of a house, of a celebration, how to work together. So it's a card that is associated with partnership, with a family, even a marriage, but mostly is about working together and try to appreciate those people. We suggest here that those people in your life with whom you have good partnership, where you find you can act, the action are whatever you have to do, because these wands are also associated with our action, the fire. Whatever you have to do, also do it in a joyful way, and bring music and creativity in the process. So just appreciate if you have this in your life, and wherever you have to do, just do it as joyful and as possible, but mostly in partnership with others. So if we move to the west, we have again, I'm just thinking of the west and the east that are not so joyful cards. We have here the Five of Cups. So we are now in the element of water. It seems like somebody is sad because these of the cups are empty. but the card as such is associated with Mars in Scorpio, and the Mars is the ruler of Scorpio in any way, and but this is it's a lot of warrior and energy here, so maybe he is sad, but he has a cape like a Superman, so he's also very powerful. And the first decan of November is the time of Halloween. Halloween is in this period, so we can think of the fact that the veil is very thin between this world and other worlds. And of course, it's about Scorpion, so we associate it with death, and we can also say that he knows this character of the card. He knows that you lose things in life, you are sad about it, but this is what life is. So learning, he's still young, but learning how to accept the death or transformation, because in the end death, it's a transformation, the process of transformation. So by looking at the meaning of I found it interesting, the card before, he is just looking at that the cups are getting empty. It's like it's not really acting, and the fact that he's dressed up with black, it's also bringing the idea of the death card. So a kind of acceptance that this is it, there is nothing really that he can do. And even in the card from behind, you can see how people are just walking, passing through, they do not really care. So he also feels alone, like he's the only one who understands this shadow work, because it, in my opinion, it's associated with a lot of shadow work that we all need to do. Just the risk is that if you look at the card after, there is somebody there who is asking for help, and he is so much in his own thought and in his own process of being unhappy, even if he looks a little bit younger than in the card before. So maybe the warrior starts showing up, not to be too much in distress, too much in the own mental process, with the own emotions, your own emotions, and not consuming. Of course, it's important to do the shadow work, it's important to do the transformation, but there comes a time when we also have to see the beauty in life, and of course doing healing, and hoping that we reach the point in that we release what we need to release, because that's the use of a shadow work. And now we go to the north, and let's say what the north has to say. Another optimist card, the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody who's very good in what he's doing. He has very good skills, very grounded, and the skills that he is using for his own interest, but also for others. It's a card that's associated with the Sun in Virgo, so a lot of sun energy, and it's obvious that this person is very good in what he's doing, and he got these skills by doing by practicing a lot. But and of course, this is also developing a good character. And if we look at the cards before, it makes me laugh, because we sometimes say in my that you are working too hard, you expect that somebody is going to make you a statue. So yeah, it's also suggesting that don't expect that somebody is going to make you a statue. So work, but also have fun and enjoy life. And if we look at the card after, it's like he won, you have this second place, third place, first place, he wins all the places. So he's definitely a master in whatever he's doing. So it's a card about the potential of your skills, if that's a way of saying it, and the way you use them, it will just bring you stability and money in the end, or wealth. Let's say it wealth. So, and because we had 8 cranes, and we also need to use cards for the other directions, I also have here some magic cards. And because we talk about magician and talk about making magic, let's see, for we started with the east, so we go in with combination of air with fire, and let's see the message if we combine these two energies. And the message is healing feminine energy. Find the goddess. So we come back. It's more than healing the energy. Now it's healing the goddess, the feminine energy. We all need to bring the feminine energy, and not necessarily to get rid of the masculine, but make them as both as important. And now we have the combination of water with fire, and as a symbol, the Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. So it's about the power of manifesting. That's very much the fire energy, and again by using the universal energy, like we said in the beginning, with the with the chakras, with the energetical body. Now let's see what this crane is bringing us between the earth. Pentacles was the earth element, and earth and water. Earth and water. Little luxury generates luxuries, experience, and surroundings. So just again, not only work, but also, or maybe work will give you the money to afford little luxuries. But and here was about also paying attention to the surroundings and do the shadow work and release what you need to release. So enjoy also luxurious experience and the surroundings. And the last one, that is between earth and air, a message for earth and air. Now we have two. If we have two, we take two. One is the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So again, connected with the wealth, enjoying, and insights opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. And that's also the third eye and the symbol of the third eye here. And we have it here also in the card with the chakras and the unicorn. So I think these are the messages for today, for 22 rainbows.